Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. In all the years of doing this update, the one thing we have never been here at the Titus Podcast is canceled. You know why? Because we're not douchebags. This is Matt Gaetz. This is Bob's proud big boy and winner of a Who Has the Head the Size of a Tankless Water Heater competition, Matt Gaetz. Now, Matt Gaetz is a representative who was elected in Florida's 1st District. Yeah, that's the swampy part of Florida where even alligators are considered libtards. He was elected in a landslide in a district where 70% of the people vote Republican no matter what. I'm not saying Matt's a con man who doesn't have the sack to run for an election in a place where people vote for anyone other than Boss Hogg or Buford T. Justice or Larry the Cable Guy. I mean, why state an obvious truth? Matt has also been busted for drunk driving. In 2008, he got a DUI after leaving a bar called, and I'm not kidding, The Swamp. Yeah, the swamp was drained directly into the back of a police car. And Matt hates cancel culture. And what is cancel culture? Well, it seems that people who say and do heinous things that in a normal society bump up against the criminal, or like racism or sexual assault, wearing a gas mask while a deadly virus is killing people, trying to stop black voters from voting, or just plain being a raging douchebag.
Black people in the streets that are getting killed. And if one of them happens to be your kid, I'm concerned about him too. And clearly I'm more concerned about him than you are.
You should take those words down.
When people who do these things get in trouble for it, for doing something horrible, and they lose their job, or they get banned from Twitter or Facebook, or are just plain Nazis who think that 6 million Jews dead wasn't quite enough, when these people do these things that anyone in a normal society would react to as, wow, that guy's an anal polyp, they claim they get canceled. Personally, I call it facing consequences. Two impeachments. Now, Matt Gaetz has complained about cancel culture repeatedly. In fact, recently he tweeted, impeachment is the zenith of cancel culture. Yes, Matt, but treason is the zenith of a crime punishable by death. And drunk driving is the zenith of alcoholism. See last week's Armageddon Update for more info. Now, to be clear, there is no such thing as cancel culture. Got it? It is a bullshit phrase invented by people whose parents gave them way too many participation trophies for losing. It's an excuse for spoiled brats and narcissists who never got smacked in the back of the head for smarting off to an adult, or punched in the face in a bar fight for saying the wrong thing about somebody's wife's sweater puppies. You can compliment a boob job, guys, but you gotta do it medically. These are creeps who will never stop from doing what they want when they want. Cancel culture is an excuse for people who can't and won't take responsibility for being a raging piece of human garbage. And we are a nation of laws, yes. And the First Amendment gives you the legal right to say what you want, but it doesn't give you the moral right. See, that's where you get in trouble, because normal, good, caring people know the difference between right and wrong. And when you are a racist, a sexist, a liar, a misogynist, when you talk shit about disabled people, if you are transphobic or hate anyone not the same color as you, most of us just don't want your pathetic, lying, hateful ass around. You're not canceled. You're just not invited to the decent society we are trying to rebuild after 4 years of a diseased orange fucking rodeo clown. The funny thing about Matt Gaetz, though, hating cancel culture, is that last week Matt Gaetz went to Wyoming to attack a political rival, Liz Cheney. He isn't from Wyoming. He has no business in Wyoming. He actually traveled from Florida to Wyoming to campaign against someone he isn't running against.
This is my first time in Wyoming. I've been here for about an hour.
Matt Gaetz, who hates cancel culture, actually got on a plane and earned frequent cancel culture miles for himself. Oh, and when I say Liz Cheney is a rival, I don't mean she's a Democrat. She's a Republican, like Matt. She's a rival of Matt Gaetz because she has integrity, the integrity of her convictions, and she tells the truth. And if you do that, if you stick to what you believe, you don't lie, and you treat people with respect, you can't get canceled. But if you're a hypocrite, liar, racist, misogynist, homophobic, or just hate for no reason, you're probably a Republican in Congress in 2021. I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. God, I hope that doesn't get me canceled. Hey everybody, Christopher Titus Podcast. How you doing? It's good to be back. With me, as always, the lovely Bombshell Ray.
What's up, people?
And the Hylinder.
There could be only one.
There can be only one. Yes. This is a interesting a week. We are impeaching. We're about to impeach a president, fourth time in history. This guy is on two.
First time in history.
This guy's got half of our impeachments.
We're about to impeach a president.
That's a good point.
Fourth time in history.
Yeah.
We're about to impeach him for the second time. First time in history.
By the way, no one's ever seen anything like it. You ain't lying.
Many people are saying.
But I wanted to talk about the Armageddon update was about cancel culture. I am tired of this phrase. I am tired of this excuse for people to actually.
Are you trying to cancel the phrase cancel culture?
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, I am.
Boom.
We're canceling cancel culture. God, by the way, you're an asshole. That's it.
Yeah, what happened to that?
Yeah.
Right.
My dad went, "You're a dumb fuck. Put that shit away."
Right.
And quit being you're canceling me. I will beat your ass. I'll kill you.
Our fathers were just like, you're canceled. This weekend, you're canceled.
So eloquent.
Yeah. But I'm just saying that it's like it's become this phrase.
Yep.
When you want to talk about, so I would say Trump's not over yet. I kind of wish we can't let him get away with what happened, but I wish it was done so we didn't have anything else to focus on with this douchebag.
Yeah.
But. So I can't wait till it's over, because then we're going to do a podcast about the dogs, Biden's dogs, Champ and Major.
Oh, I love
They're
this.
awesome. But so
they have their own Twitter account. You guys have to go follow it. It's like the only
Oval
decent, PAWFFIC.
the Oval Pappas.
It's the only decent, kind, human.
More
and they're not
concise
even
than
human.
Trump.
Trump's.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they actually, Champ and Major responded to a picture of Chaplin and Groucho.
So Chaplin took my phone and he wanted, because they're fans, and
nice.
he actually texted them, and they sent back a thing. But so there's niceness coming. There's like this. I guess we all thought maybe it was just gonna go, asshole gone.
Yeah.
Yay, Biden. And
I didn't think
Right.
that.
That's not what happened. Now he's not gone. We still got the residual a-holeness that he left in Congress is still there. Marjorie Taylor Greene, Boebert, and Gohmert, and all these other douchebags who committed treason. Basically, they were willing to overthrow an American election. They're still there.
The vaccine shortage. We're still dealing with that.
Oh my God!
From his.
Then we find out that not only did Trump was horribly screwed it up, 400, almost 400. We're at 450,000 dead now. He not only screwed up, he didn't order enough stuff.
Yeah.
Like he could have ordered. They asked him. The Pfizer was like, "Hey man, look, I know you ordered 100 million. You should probably order 200 million. You got more people than that." And he goes, "Nah, we're good." So
we looked at a spreadsheet. Here's how many people are here. Here's how many. Are you sure?
Science.
That seems like a lot of people.
We did some counting, and
I honestly believe
basic counting. That's all we did.
we just used a
from the
calculator.
bottom of my heart that he did it. Not only did he never care, and I don't mean he ever cared about COVID or saving lives, but I think that he intentionally did that to hurt Biden. Because, they will all spin this. I keep thinking, how many days is Biden in office before they start saying, oh, look at him sucking? Because Trump set up all these things that now he's trying to deal with. Yes, exactly. So how many days do we get? I've already heard even Democratic people, big D Democrats, saying that, let's review his week. Let's see. What do we think about his progress? Is he doing enough?
Right,
And I'm
good
like,
point.
he's been in there for a week.
Hurry up and clean this mess up.
He's already got. Someone sent me a meme. It was just Biden with a stack of folders, and it just said, "Well, unfuck that. Now I got to unfuck this. This is totally fuck. Got to unfuck that. Oh, I thank God I signed that to unfuck that. Jesus,
That's how he signs it.
Yeah.
Unfuck this.
This is now unfucked. Joe Biden.
Did you show me that, or did I dream that?
No, but it was funny
I
the way
swear, I drank a lot, and
unfucked immigration. Unfucked. It was just all this
must have
stuff.
shown me
It was really. I thought it was really funny, and it's true. He's basically had to go, and then they're saying, "Oh my God, he can't do these orders." Trump did 92 executive orders and never had anybody basically confirmed. I think Barr got confirmed.
acting. They were all acting.
They were acting. shut up. And that's another thing too, is like now they're talking about, by the way, we're going to get another, the next podcast I'm doing is about unity because they keep talking about unity. And I'm really tired of hearing you guys, the Republicans were the people that said when Obama was president, we're going to make sure he's a one-term president.
Yeah.
Nothing. Our job is to stop everything Obama wants to get done.
Yeah.
Unity?
You're spelling it wrong. It's Irony. That's how
irony. There you go. Yeah, you can have irony. And so we're in a weird place. I have a little bit of joy because at least Biden's in charge now. But weirdness is happening, man. Like Myanmar. We had this, I don't want to do this again. We didn't want doing this again. Myanmar.
It's not Myanmar?
Myanmar. My Aunt Mar.
Hold on. I know I'm saying it wrong.
It's scallops.
I said
Holy
it right.
crap.
Scallops.
I just said, oh my gosh.
My Aunt Marge.
I can't.
Anyway,
okay.
This
went on last night for a while.
we could get the story. Like, how do you say this?
Stop. You know what I'm talking about. There's no other place that I'm just vague. No, if you say it right, that you mean another place. No, it's Myanmar.
Myanmar?
Myanmar. No, I actually didn't say it wrong. But you keep going,
Myanmar.
That's a different place.
Myanmar. Joe Biden.
Joe Biden. Scholars.
Do you know what makes me crazy?
Yes. I live with you, yes.
That is exactly what makes me crazy. The commercial for car gurus. Have you guys?
Yes, that bothers me too. He's like, car gurus.
Car gurus. Stop saying car guru.
I say it out loud.
So here's the thing.
I have not.
But that's not a simple. That's a shitty director. That's someone who went. He said car guru because someone went. He said car gurus.
Car gurus, not car gurus.
Car gurus. It's really making me.
That's
nutty.
the voiceover guy. Come on, man.
Yes, we should all write in.
Do you realize how many dumb people had to be on that set to actually just let that keep going? That's how you say it. It's one word.
Or they're doing the trick of do something weird like Red Bull commercials used to make people talk about it because now we're talking about it.
Don't buy anything from car gurus.
Car gurus. It takes away the meaning of the word that matters, right? Car doesn't matter, but guru, you need to know, right? All right, never mind. We can move on from this. Myanmar.
So Myanmar, basically, they had this election, a democratic election. I guess the Parliament House seats have 80%.
Wait, there's other places in the world?
There is besides America, it turns out. But I'm relating it to because of what just happened in our country.
Oh.
Here's what happened. So they won. The Democratic Party, the woman who's the president who got nominated for won a Nobel Peace Prize, right?
Yeah, but she hasn't accepted it yet. I think
she won a Nobel Peace Prize because she's a badass and cares about the people. So the election came around. Out of 463 seats or 500 seats in Parliament, the military, the tough people won 30. Or 40 or some shit. So it's like this major like landslide you can't even it's almost
a very short span of sort of democracy that they had
2 years.
And then they were like, nope. And so now the military has taken over.
They've declared a state of emergency for a year.
Shut down the TV stations, the news.
Everyone else has been shut down, all the news except for the military channel and information channel. And they've arrested and taken away the leaders.
Wait, so this is
and shut down the internet.
And shut down all the internet in Myanmar.
So this is, wait a second. So just for the numbers, there's 430 some.
Yeah, well, there's 52 million people in Myanmar, but yes, I think there's 500. I think there's 500 representatives.
Okay.
The military tribunal guys only won 30 seats out of the 500.
Right.
So they were fucked.
Right.
And they knew it, and so they went, well, we're gonna have a democratic society. Nope. Yeah,
nope.
Exactly. I think we need to revote.
Yeah.
Is that missiles pointed at it? Yeah. We should revote? Yeah, well, sure. We'll vote.
So I was wondering, how did they do it? How would you pull that off?
They had to be ready.
And very simply, the military went in and arrested them or detained all the cabinet ministers, the chief ministers, opposition politicians, writers and activists, and
artists. When you start going after the artists and the writers and stuff, yep.
Writers and activists.
Well, writers are artists.
They are, but
you meant journalists.
Well, they don't say that. They say writers. How do you pronounce writer?
Raiders.
So they just detained them. All those people went away. Then they announced the coup on the military-owned TV station, citing
Now,
military-
coming around you. It's a coup. Like they announced it.
yeah, citing the
Coming at
2008
8:30.
Sponsored by Parlor.
sponsored by and Cargaroos.
Yeah, Cargaroos.
They cited the 2008 Constitution, which allows the military to declare a national emergency, and said that that would remain in place for 1 year. Why would a constitution allow the military to declare a state of emergency?
It's almost like, did you guys read the whole thing? So we needed a proofreader.
It shouldn't have been the people that were elected to run the country to decide
Right.
that the people put in place.
Yeah. The military isn't supposed to decide anything.
No, they're not. Well, I mean.
Oh, they also canceled all flights.
We've been
all.
taught that.
Can't get in, can't get out.
Wow.
So nobody can show up to help.
Yikes.
Of course, I guess our military doesn't usually fly Delta to get there. I was like, oh no, nobody can get there to help them.
A flight. Darn it.
Exactly. How are we going to get there? Hey guys, I was in there was some planes in the back. Why don't we take those planes?
You know, the ones the military owns?
Yeah. We can use those?
Sorry, we can't help. Southwest is shut down. Does Southwest go to Myanmar?
I am not flying JetBlue to Myanmar. Said it wrong. Shut up.
Okay, yeah. Good point.
They have they have airstrips. That's the
Telephone suspended.
Wow.
All internet. The stock market and commercial banks were closed. You can go and see long lines at ATMs outside of some places. Wow. In Yangon, the country's largest city and former capital, residents ran to the markets to stock up on food and other supplies.
So why am I bringing this up? First of all, it's international news, and we should probably talk about it. Not that any of you guys care or I care. But had things gone differently on January 6th, this is what we're talking about. Had things gone differently, had they killed Nancy Pelosi, had they hung Mike Pence, like they were talking about, had these guys walked in with ARs and started shooting our Congress, they could have literally had 0 Congress members, and all we would have had was Trump. This could have happened here on January 6th. So when everybody starts talking about like, oh, come on, let's just move on, unity, fuck you. They tried to take over America and destroy democracy. And all of you guys, all you GOP Republican House members and Senate members, just so you know, when you vote to acquit this asshole, you're going to go down in history as seditious and treasonous. We could be Myanmar. We could have been Myanmar.
Yep.
Literally, Myanmar. Yep. How do I say it?
Myanmar.
Myanmar. Sounds like you're a cat. Myanmar.
We would be America.
So that's why I think people, it's weird because it didn't happen. We kind of moved past it like a shitty, it was almost, I remember was watching it with Ray and then it was over. Everybody kind of, remember at the end, everybody kind of walked out.
Yeah. Everyone was like, remember that? That was fun.
Yeah. It was like at the end of an amusement park.
Yeah.
They just kind of drifted to their cars, like at the end of going to Magic Mountain or something. Roller coasters were fun. And I was thinking, that was just a coup on America. And they're still looking for the guy that was planning the pipe bombs.
Yeah, that guy was smart because he kept his face hidden.
That dude was a
cameras,
pro. Homeboy knew what he was doing. But you have to face the fact that we were this fucking close.
The extent to where this could have gone is legit.
Yeah, and when you
it is.
And funny because we had those cameras inside and everyone was walking around taking selfies and stuff, which I thought weird. This is the weirdest coup ever. They're taking selfies of the coup. But then we went to, recently we've been seeing all the body camera footage of these guys who got into the Capitol, and it's violent.
Yeah, it's
pretty
way more brutal than we thought. It's pretty shocking. Somebody, I think it was Midas Touch, put together a video of the rioters' phones and stuff like that from their perspective. So you're in the audience with them and you're seeing Trump on the stage, and also they had a big screen of him.
Right.
You're listening to what he's saying, and then you're hearing what that person holding their phone or the people around them are saying, and you hear them parrot it.
How they react.
Instantly. Yes.
He goes,
and
Mike Pence. They go, we got to get Mike Pence. Then they go, we got to get Mike Pence.
We got to get, where is Mike Pence?
Right.
We got, so it's instant instant reaction to what he's saying. And then he says, stop the steal. They start chanting, we got to stop the steal. We're going to walk to the Capitol. Yeah, we got to get to the Capitol. I mean, it's like crazy.
So that's evidence that it's
cause and effect. You see it happening in real time. And then they, continued until they got to the Capitol. And then you're still hearing like the dude get on the phone and tell Nancy, we're looking for Nancy Pelosi, which he had bitched about Nancy Pelosi. Yeah, tell that bitch we're coming. It's like everything he said, they repeated and then went and did. My favorite part is that he said, and I'll be with you. I'll be marching down there. I'll meet you there.
Right back. Slam, lock, click, 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 click. They heard all those. But is he coming? Did you guys hear the door lock? Also, we have a lot of people who said, I was watching the news last night and they were talking about how people are saying, Marjorie Taylor Greene was saying that, I will die for this president or something like that. And I'm like, guys, if you actually if you are putting a man above the country, you're not an American anymore. Right. You've stopped being, and they fucked up everything. They fucked up the flag. The flag doesn't mean what it used to.
If you see a
they
flag,
fucked up the word patriot.
If you see a flag on someone's Twitter account, then you know that they're at Q or some other crazy fringe like Proud Boys, and it's like you guys stole all of it.
Yeah.
Even your aunt wrapped in a.
We have a picture of my
supersized American
I have
flag.
my aunt Sandy who lives in Florida because that's where all the nuts end up rolling down to. And by the way, if you're watching, and Sandy, anyway, she
that's another country. My aunt Sandy.
That's
not
my aunt Sandy.
Okay, got it.
Man Sandy in Myanmar. That's why she wants me to say it right. It's different. Nice. So. We have a picture of her, and she's wearing like a top hat, a red, white, and blue top hat.
Oh, no.
With stripes with stars.
Uncle Sam,
and she's wearing an entire outfit, red, white, and blue outfit. Which, if you're a patriot, you would realize that you've just violated every one of the flag codes.
You have to hang it a certain way. You have to fold it a certain way. You can't put it in places.
You can't touch your crotch.
Oh,
it can't be wrapped. You can't have a little piece that goes under your taint. I think that's in the flag code. If it's not, it should be.
Yeah.
But everybody seems to be wearing, and she's wearing this entire outfit. And it was when my kids had a picture, and I just was like, wow, how can you claim to be a patriot and not know anything about patriotism?
She's not. Actually, in that outfit, we could call her taint patriotic.
Taint patriot? No, you taint.
No, you
nice.
taint.
So we have all these people that claim they're Americans and claim, but they're willing to overthrow a free and fair election where no proof is being. They claim to be Americans, but they are willing to stand up for a man instead of the flag.
They claim to be Christians.
Amen. There you go.
Makes me insane.
Right.
I have never seen a less Christian movement. It's like I just feel like I'm blown away by this. Like there are so many things we could do a whole podcast on. Imagine calling yourself a Christian, and imagine calling yourself a Christian.
Why don't you do an Armageddon update about that?
And
that's her next Armageddon update.
There you
guys,
go.
Ray's doing an Armageddon update. A couple of weeks.
It's documented.
You just got hired with an amazing subject.
I might not be here though, so
yeah, we're gonna be here. So right. So the only thing they're really committed to and stay true to is diabetes. When you see them, you're like, that guy. That guy's type 2 right there.
It's a lot of
diabeties. Yes, they're committed to that. That's the one thing that binds them together is insulin time. All right, guys, insulin time.
We're gonna storm this after. Hold on.
They all have to shift. It's like you're on shift A. Titus,
everybody
you're on
with 2
shift
feet
B.
at the front.
All right, we need some orange juice up front. So we've got all these people that claim to be Christian. They claim to be American, and everything they do is literally diametrically opposed to that.
It makes me crazy.
Right.
Stop.
I don't get it.
Knock it off. That's my advice. Knock it off, like an elderly school teacher. I'm tired of people being assholes. It's like I said last week, if everybody would I keep thinking the whole country could be solved. The whole country could be solved by Pulp Fiction. Be cool, bitch. Be cool.
Yeah,
That's it. Everything.
Tell that bitch to be cool.
Talking about a needle to the heart.
By the way, you want to talk about something that should be said
That too.
to Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert? Tell that bitch to be cool.
Be cool.
Yeah, but by the way, so I could picture Schumer with a gun on McConnell. Tell that bitch to be cool.
Be cool, bitch. Be cool. That's it.
Bitch, be cool. Well, I was saying for everybody, this bitch, be cool, bitch.
Hold on. Get a little energy.
Mitch McConnell and Chuck Schumer in Pulp Fiction.
Be cool. Everybody.
I'm telling you, tell that bitch to be cool.
All right, bitch, be cool.
And now we have a new bit. Various politicians that Titus impersonates
No.
recite
Do not.
Pulp Fiction.
Oh, man. Please don't.
A Royale with cheese, you could do that as... I don't know. Are we ever going to want him to do anyone but Mitch McConnell?
Mitch McConnell starring in Pulp Fiction. It's endless.
What's your favorite line or favorite part from Pulp Fiction? So many, but...
I'm going to call some pipe hitting N-words. And we're about to get medieval on your ass.
Why do I have to be on brain detail?
Yeah, exactly. Schumer, why am I on brain detail? You shot the motherfucker. Chuck Schumer and Mitch McConnell in Pulp Fiction.
Speaking of Jewish people with guns, Marjorie Taylor Greene said that the forest fires were started by Jewish space lasers.
No, is that for real? No way.
Yes.
Dude,
Yes.
she said that basically Israel has put up these space lasers and the reason that California burned down was because they set off Jewish space lasers and basically set the fires.
What? Why? So wait, what? Why just California?
By the way,
I don't
shouldn't
understand.
like the guy from Night of the Apollo from Sandman should just sweep you out of Congress? Shouldn't it just be like a big hook comes out and just
Like a cane, like, okay.
you're just gone.
Like, the thing that's so
when you
weird.
see crazy shit like you're just gone.
It's racist people are so desperate to inject their racism into everything. Space lasers are actually really super cool.
Yeah, she doesn't realize that if that was true, she made the Jewish people
it's kind of cool.
badass.
But she's trying so hard. It's like so cookie cutter, right? Like Jews suck and liberal left coast elites. It's like all these stupid, dumb things that Trump said that they all parrot, and it doesn't make sense. Jewish space lasers, I would be like, okay,
That's what you
guys
do
have
with a
given us
space laser?
lot of shitty stereotypes.
Yeah, you said
space
five
lasers.
You said
Why
make a
would you
forest
do
fire
that?
where who's that gonna? I mean, it's gonna hurt a lot of people, but not that many.
No, it just causes economic damage. If you were listen, as bad as the Jews have been treated for so long, if you had a Jewish space laser that would set that thing on fire, wouldn't you just be fucking everybody up? Germany'd be on fire. You'd be like,
I imagine
you know what we're gonna
Germany-
do now? Well, we have a Jewish space laser. Here's what's gonna happen. Everybody's gonna send us more money because we have a space laser.
I said
Look what we can do.
Your trees are gone.
Yeah. No more trees.
No more woods.
Do you want to keep some more trees? Because maybe.
I have a sense that Germany would probably top the list above California,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Like, I don't know that they would come here first.
Why would they just target? Okay, let's say, wouldn't you target Mississippi if you were a Jewish
Right.
space laser?
But
If
wait
you
a
want to
second.
go after people that don't like Jews,
Oh, if you had to start in the United States, for
Yeah,
sure. But there's
sure.
some other places in the world I think they'd
I'll go
prioritize.
first. Yeah, in Middle East would be what.
There's always been fires
Dachau.
here.
Dachau would be a big
there you
one.
go. By the way, in the Middle East, I couldn't take out those countries. They'd be like, well, it's already horrible. we can't make it worse.
There's nothing to burn.
Exactly.
There are no trees.
So she says that. She also said, now, here's the funny thing about this Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert. Lauren Boebert got smart and got quiet quick. But Marjorie Taylor Greene has been like this mouthy Karen who just won't shut up. And she said today, so she was the one who was hassling David Hogg, like the kid that got
Oh
like,
yeah,
who
yeah,
watched
from the
his
Parkland.
who got his fucking his friends, and they showed video today on TV of that a mom of the teacher that got killed was on CNN today, and she brought video, and the newscaster said, "Hey, we're going to show this to you. There's no sound. Watch what happens." And they've never shown this on TV. I got to be honest, people. I watched this kid come in dressed full tactical, carrying an AR. Kids are hauling ass upstairs.
Yeah.
And the hallway gets cleared, and it's 2 stories. And then he just calmly walks in. He just kind of walks up the stairs, opens the door, and they cut to the other side, and everybody's in the hallway, and they start running. And the teacher comes out, and he just goes boom, and then he just he just slowly fans the entire room like he trained for it. It's
Here's the pivot.
She claimed it didn't happen.
Yeah, so she said
3
it was a
years.
false flag event.
Yeah,
and we
and Sandy Hook.
have Aunt Sandy Hook.
And Sandy Hook.
Me and Sandy.
Me and Sandy Meow. Me and Sandy Meow.
Sometimes it's just for us.
Always it's just for us.
Okay. So she said that for several years. She harassed David Hogg, who was a kid that survived
Right,
a school
yeah.
shooting that was going to Congress to speak.
So he's going to Congress to speak. You've seen the video of her behind him screaming at him?
No.
Oh, it's
Calling him a coward because he won't turn. Oh, you got nothing to say. You're weak. That's why. Because
this
you're
kid
a coward.
who saw a
Just
bunch of his,
survived the shooting.
saw a bunch of his friends
Classic.
dead.
So today, OAN has her on, and she's
course.
talking about, whatever. And then just out of the blue, she goes, and it was not a false flag event. Many people died, and it was really awful. And then they just changed the subject. So there's no accountability.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
There's-
also said, hey, he was 18 when I was harassing him.
checked before.
I checked, he was 18. So
he was a legal adult.
he
she
was illegal.
said.
So she still harassed a dude that just saw a bunch of his friends. Then I thought, wow, he should have punched her right in the nose, and he should just turn around.
Still
and
harassing an
kicked her in the
18-year-old
box,
kid
something.
who
who
Trauma
just
survivor.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Is
Yeah,
she an anchor on OAN now? Is that
she will be when she gets kicked out of Congress. So today she said, so now she's backpedaling on everything. She looks weak. She was talking about President Trump called me. It's great.
Oh, now
And
she's being emboldened because he's called her to say he supports her.
here's the thing. In Congress, I think the founding fathers wanted Congress to be normal people. They wanted them to be normal people. But I don't know anybody this crazy. And how did we end up with...
Yes, you do.
Yeah, but they're not running for Congress.
Well,
That's crazy. These Karens are insane. And then you got Gomer, which is what a great name for just a redneck in Tuberville. Gomer and Tuberville. It's
right.
literally guys who had got kicked off the old Gomer.
It's Bubba Cracker. That's
It's Bubba-
literally his name.
Yes, it is. They couldn't just do it that, but yes. And these people are voting to overturn an election, voting to hold on to power against everything our country believes in. They are now with this new thing. So guys, right now the economy's tanking hard. The reason it is because we can't seem to get it together. We can't get people vaccinated fast enough right now because of the fuck-ups earlier, and they're trying to get this machine moving, and they can't get it going. So what's happening is, and then they had weather too. Did you see that? The storm stopped it. People were getting vaccinated in the storm that's hitting the East Coast now.
well, we had people out here at Dodger Stadium protesting the
what's that all
vaccination
about?
site, so they had to close it temporarily.
Just so, by the way, if you get in the way, if I'm on the way to vaccination and you try to stop me,
I think we're all aware.
yeah, there's going to be.
We have a shirt that says it.
Yeah. We're going to,
Turn it around.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to beat the shit out of you.
Yeah.
I will go into my vaccination bloody, and I'm fine with that.
I think we already know.
Okay, I just can't believe they did that. People are lying to look. You can you believe what you want to believe. If you believe what you want to believe, don't put your belief on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Believe what you want to believe, but don't you can't get vaccinated either. Fuck you. Why stop you from getting a heart? By the way, you need a heart bypass. No, and you can't have that.
Right. Again,
No,
irony.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
going to tell me what I can't do?
Right. Isn't the whole thing you tell? Yeah. So anyway, by the way, so there will be violence if you get in the vaccination way.
That is the weirdest thing. What do you gain from that? That's a good
don't
point.
know.
Because I get that you don't want it.
Don't take it.
Okay.
God
We
bless.
would never know if you took it or not. That's on you. But you came out to stop me from getting it?
Right.
That I don't get why. What do they think?
Right.
Does it make any
Yeah, I'm
sense?
not getting a vaccination and an abortion.
Right.
Right.
I think you're in the wrong line, asshole. You know what I mean? I don't get it. I don't get it. And this is another thing too. Is I asked somebody today, not today, 2 days ago on Twitter. I was like, just tell me. I go, give me one thing that the Republicans have done in 20 years. One thing. Because here's what's happening right now. And guys, this podcast did not start out like this. And I pray to God that once we get past this Trump shit and everything else, I want it to go back to everyday stuff. I really don't. I don't enjoy this. But it's happening in the world right now. We are in the darkest, weirdest time in 120 years. We really are. It's crazy what we're going through. Abortion, number one. if you're a single issue voter and you're voting to stop abortion, fine. The problem is you don't stop abortion when you stop abortion. What ends up happening is a lot more women and a lot more babies die because people start doing home abortions. They start going to back alley abortions. They start trying to do it themselves, and a lot more women die and a lot more babies die.
Yeah.
At least this way there's counseling, and some women don't, and if they do, at least they're healthy.
Yeah.
There's no counseling.
You can. They talk to
you. You can, but that
some of the states have laws where you have to sit down and talk.
Yeah, like some were passed under Trump that a lot of Democrats are fighting because that's again a whole other issue.
But again, you and I may be different on this. I'm saying, listen, I don't, and I've said it before. I don't know. I've never met a woman in my life who's had an abortion that actually was like, thank God, woo, high five. They're always, it's shattering. It lives with them for their whole lives. It never goes away. There's always something in the back of their head that bothers them. And so when you're imposing your views on anybody else, yet if we wanted to take your gun away, which takes lives left and right, you seem to have a problem with that. So there's no consistency in this whole I'm pro-life thing. And this has been brought up repeatedly, but there's no consistency in it at all. Death penalty, fucking kill him. Like Trump was amping it up. He was amping. They were going to bring
13 people they killed.
They were bringing back firing squads. That's what he was going to make firing squads legal again. Pro-life? Blow me. You're
I'm
not.
so confused by all of this. As you say it, they become even more enigmas to me.
Right. You can't say that. You have to call them confused Americans. You can't say
Americans.
enigma anymore.
Okay. And welcome to a bit Titus and Ray do at home.
So here's what I want to ask, and this is an overall thing.
Okay.
We've just seen 4 years. So we had Obama, this guy and Biden, who basically took a country that was in a financial hole. It was so bad. Do you remember it? Were you scared when it happened? I was scared. No way. I was like, oh shit, because I was already in trouble because of my divorce, and me and Ray were together, and I was like, we're done. And the clubs were saying we have to cut money back. Remember that? It got weird.
Yeah. It seems so much nicer now that we know how bad it can get.
Right.
Yeah.
I know that. God, 2008 was great. Man, if we could only go back to a horrible Great Recession instead of this. So we had that. We got through it. They pulled it out. And then in the face of Mitch McConnell saying, we've already talked about this, that we wanted Obama to end. He didn't want to help him to get anything passed, blah, blah, blah. And now we're here, and you had your 4 years, guys. Okay, the black guy. You didn't like the black guy. Got it. You voted for the reality television guy. We saw how that worked out. Someone said this the other day, too. This freaked me out. Sorry to ADHD, but they were saying that he's the most, they were interviewing someone on the scene. He goes, you know what? He's the most productive, best president, got more done than any president in history. What?
Well, exactly.
That's what
I see that. I see it on Facebook, friends. But now I feel like we're all just like trying to wake up from a dream. Like, what was that nightmare that we just went through?
Well, what are you talking about? What did he do?
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about? So now the tax increases. Here's what's coming, guys, just so you know. So when they did the tax cut bill, when they did it in 2017, 2018, they passed the tax cuts. Mm-hmm. They put in that in 2021, 2023, and 2025, middle-class tax rates go up. So what they did was they gave you a little taste. As a drug dealer, they gave you a taste of a tax cut. Some people got $40 a week, like blue-collar people got $40 a week.
Mm-hmm.
A week.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, did it change your life? I hope it did. You get the new boat?
You're right.
So change your life a little bit, whatever. I went to a large pizza. So whatever the $40 got you, God bless. Well, now in 2021, 2023, and 2025, your tax rates are going up. So every time I hear that, I go, okay, when it came to gas production, Obama made us energy independent. It increased, it was 80% increase in gas. So I keep asking, what exactly? He screwed up trade. He lost the farmers all their contracts with China. We actually had to subsidize the farmers $28 billion a year or something like that.
I think the things that they think that he did are the things that he actually undid, and they're chalking that up to.
So that's what they're thinking.
That's what I think. That
so they're looking at he stopped.
I think that's
stuff.
probably correct. In a lot of,
So we got
in many circumstances, yes.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. So he got nothing, but he got nothing done. But he locked up Mexicans in cages. High five.
Right. That's
Is
one
that
of
what
them.
you're
That's
saying?
one of them.
They're
Yep.
like,
Ding.
They're like, ding. Then you. What,
Yes.
This is an Armageddon update. What else did he do? You're right. Yeah, you're right. He did.
I just read that he tried to stop or halted the process to get Harriet Tubman on the $20 bill.
Yes.
He did stop that.
So that's like one of the one of the things. Like, yeah.
Hell yeah, ain't gonna have no slave helper. He wanted to save them Confederate monuments. Monuments? How do I say it? Myanmar. How do you say monument?
Meonoments.
Meonoments. He put them monuments up and took them and let them stay up because Confederacy lives forever.
He also
So that's something he
stopped
did.
overseas funding for women's reproductive health, one of which was, one option of which was abortion. And Joe Biden, that was one of the executive orders that he immediately signed the first day. And actually, my relative did say that to me instantly. The day Biden gets back in, we're going to be paying for abortions overseas again for women.
Right.
Why is the United States paying for that overseas? So that's one of the things that they love that he took away. He put conservative judges in. They love that.
Paris Accord pulled us out of that.
Yep.
That's a thing that he did.
Iran deal. So now, by the way, they're weeks away.
Abraham.
Today was in reported news. Iran is weeks away from having enough fissionable material to make a nuke. That's what Trump did. And they're like, so yay!
Right.
Ding!
Oh,
Did that
that's what
too,
he did.
man. So
Also, they keep saying the Abraham Accords, which Ivanka tweeted about. Ivanka spent their last day in power tweeting all of his accomplishments and saying, God bless the country.
what's the Abraham Accords?
Abraham Accords, it was a joint statement between Israel, and that was a big deal to evangelicals that he recognized Israel.
Right. Moved the capital to Jerusalem. Right.
Yep. Joint statement between Israel, the UAE, and the United States reached on August 13, 2020. So I don't know. What is the
They just
agreement
recognize
for?
each other.
Let's see.
It's not for anything. There's
It's
no
a
economic
joint statement.
bonus. All right. We know they exist.
The
All right,
statement marked the first public normalization of relations between an Arab country and Israel since that of Egypt in 1979 and Jordan in 1994. I'm confused. They're calling it a peace agreement, but
it's an economic
it's
agreement.
the UAE, Israel. I don't know.
Right, the UAE. No one's at war over there. We give them oil and money. Let's just so yeah. Again, a lot of things he did. You're just like, what? So I didn't get that.
He just undid things.
So let me flip it for you. Let me be the spin master here for a second. Let's say we started donating to countries so that so women could have female health, right?
Reproductive health.
Reproductive health. And let's say there's some abortions involved in that. To all you rednecks out there, that's less immigrants coming here. It's a lot less people getting on planes, If if women get an abortion over there, that means they ain't creating another terrorist, huh? You with me? You with me, redneck? Come on, buddy. Come on, man.
You're trying to be logical and calculated. Those two things.
But that's
right,
the
you're
thing.
right, I'm out.
This is what makes me crazy about this new party is that nothing goes together.
Right.
Nothing. So there's a big deal about the Uyghur Muslims that in China they're putting them in camps.
They're killing them.
Re-education
They're
camps
killing them,
because
too.
they're Muslim, right? And so you see, if you turn on OAN, you might have seen my sister. Oopsie, talking about these Muslims in these re-education camps. And but these are the same people. I don't mean my sister, but I mean in general this party that
Put kids in camps.
and yes, it's a two-parter.
Uh-oh.
That didn't want two things. That don't want Muslims to come here, period. They have banned them from our country.
Right. Muslim ban.
And it was actually called the
High
Muslim
five.
ban.
Muslim ban. Woo!
And
He did some shit, did more shit. The president did more.
they put kids in camps. And other immigrants.
Right. And it doesn't make any sense.
So confused.
And then they're talking about how they want the Democrats are socialism and they won't help. So now what they're doing is, here's what happened. Janet Yellen became the guys. I know we're getting deep into the woods on this one, but I think the overall thing we're saying is that it's the most critical time in the GOP that I've ever seen in my life.
Myanmar.
Myanmar, hypocritical Myanmar.
You're so easy.
Here's what happened.
Their motivations and their incentives
Yeah,
are completely not consistent.
That's
Incentive
true.
scholars. We have now, so now Biden wants to pass $1.9 trillion to help people. Here's what's going to happen. I read some papers and they were talking about how, yes, it's going to cost $2 trillion. But if we don't do it with homelessness, people not paying their bills, it loses the country $6 trillion. The economic damage done by not helping right now.
Fake news.
No, it's literally
Anything that you say that might happen in the future is fake news because it hasn't happened yet. Okay, I think we can move on now, right?
Well, but numbers.
Thanks.
They figured out numbers. They looked at numbers and
Projections.
They use math.
You can use an abacus.
Oh,
and
like scientists and
count things.
mathematicians?
Yeah.
Bunch of fags. Liberal leftists. They're deep state.
Deep state.
Deep
oh
state.
my God, this is crazy. By the way, my next Armageddon update is going to be about Q.
Yay.
Because
we watched the special.
Yeah, we have got to cover this. It makes me want to hug a Scientologist. That I'm
Q as in QAnon Q?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
yeah. I want
Is there another Q? You thought we were going to do like a Sesame Street? We
know.
were going to cover
Quincy
the
Jones.
letter
We could
Q?
do like a documentary about
The
Quincy
letter
Jones.
Q.
Because that's his nickname is Q.
Q.
Yeah.
Like who's the guy who designs all the gadgets for?
Oh yeah, Q.
Yeah,
He was Q.
Bond. Yeah.
No,
Yes.
we're going to do a
It's James
podcast
Bond.
about that Q.
It's an Armageddon update against the guy.
He's hopeful. He's like, please let us move on.
Into it, though.
Do you find that you don't pay any more attention to politics outside of work? Do you? Because a lot of times you still look surprised when
No,
we
I
tell
tell
you
him.
things.
No, I come in. I'll come in, and he's.
It hasn't.
I do sometimes.
So he does this. I'm like this. He's like this. Huh? And then
Yeah, there's a lot of
he's got a
that.
kid. He's taking care of Wyatt and stuff. And then I come in. I'm like, did you fucking do it? And he's like, what? Just fucking. And he has to
That's
leave.
exactly
He
what
always
happens.
knows a little bit. But
Yeah.
I am like, no. And then this. And so it's got to be hard to work here. I apologize.
But you don't watch the news when you go home
No.
or look up the news.
Occasionally I will.
It's not a thing. Okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering how he had affected you.
Did you do it before we started working here? Did you watch the news?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's good to be
Yeah.
informed. Also, we're in the weirdest time. Look, if let's just say if Biden gets this back to rolling again, and we start to get to a normal, like a year from now, it gets normal, I'll be glad to walk away from it.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is we can't forget what happened, and that's what happened over when I was a kid and Nixon got busted, and it was. I remember being a little kid. It was hell. It was like everyone was like, "Okay, the country's coming apart." Nixon was, and it was crazy for a while. And then interest rates went to 17%. My dad bought his house at 17% interest.
Holy crap.
If you refind it, and so that was kind of a normal thing. And by the way, Nixon had taken us off the gold standard. I don't think the markets knew how to handle it. Now it's all imaginary anyway. We're all fucked basically. But I remember it was, and then everything was fine from 1970. In a sense, we had to build back through the 70s. Then Reagan came back and gave us our testicles back. Reagan was horrible, by the way, but he was really good, the great community. He was really good at making you feel like we're going to get strong. And then he burned our entire economy to shut down Russia, which worked. And we got this weird threat gone, and that's now back. So we're 50 years from that now. We're 50 years from 1970. And we forgot again. And that's what happened 4 years ago. We forgot again. It seems, if you track it back, did I talk about this before on the podcast?
Just to me ad nauseum.
Oh. So you guys are going to hear this once, and then I'll shut up.
Even when I'm trying to sleep.
If you look at our history, every 50 years, it seems like between 40 and 60 years, but mostly right around 50 years, we have this huge shakeup because it took us 50 years and 2 generations to fucking forget.
Yeah.
It took us, even grandma, I remember asking her, has you ever seen it like this? And she went, no, I've never seen it like this. She's 87. And so we forgot how just barely fragile this Myanmar, look, they just took it over in a day. Myanmar. Meow. They took it over in a day because they lost the election. That almost happened here. It almost happened here a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Except he didn't, gather the military.
He tried. He couldn't.
I know, but that's what I mean. You look at the people he gathered for that insurrection. It was 50-50. This is going to, maybe 20-80.
A lot of red hats or
a lot of
No.
rednecks. And it was,
Yeah, he didn't.
They weren't bringing their crack team.
They were on crack, some of them.
Yes, that's true.
But yes,
they
but
also shifted that.
Yeah, there was, it wasn't definitely the, is that the Civil War because those guys are done. If that's the Civil War crew. But then again, there was little things in there that were creepy. Like there's all these guys taking selfies and going, "Oh, Mary, I'm taking over the government." And then there's like a crew, of like 12 guys, hands on back,
Oath keepers.
Well, whatever they were, they had military training in some degree, and so that was scary. He implanted his people all over the Pentagon. He tried to get the military involved. There was a paper that came out yesterday from the Secretary of Defense, Trump's Christopher, whatever his name is. He basically told the Pentagon that you can't send anybody. This is for he said if they request, this is for when, remember when he went to the upside down Bible in front of the church thing? They said if you get a request for a National Guard, you can't send them. If you get a request for troops, you can't send them. He told the Pentagon you couldn't get involved.
Wow.
Trump tried. By the way, the man tried to get us into a civil war. He tried to make it happen. Ain't gonna happen. Because all you rednecks, all you right-wingers out there, I love you too. You're my countrymen. We don't need to do this.
Mitch McConnell, there was an article that just came out in the New York Times on Sunday, and he said that he was under the impression that Trump was only blustering. He figured that Trump would eventually bow to reality and accept defeat. About his he called them bogus election claims. He thought he was just blustering.
McConnell said this.
Yes.
Well, he's trying to fix a hole in a boat that you can't fix.
I thought he was kidding. When he tried to undermine the democracy.
He was joking. It was locker room talk.
From the most powerful position in the world. Just kidding.
You mean the guy that built concentration camps on American soil? That guy? Wait, hold on. Wait, whoa. He meant that?
He was kidding about that. He was kidding about those camps.
Yeah, McConnell's done. I think McConnell.
By the way, today's episode is brought to you by
who?
Ritual vitamins.
Oh, these are cool. Okay, we started. So I'm about a week into taking them now.
Yep. And you look
taller.
A lot taller. He's grown. Yep. Your hair is coiffed.
My liver feels better.
Here it is.
I'm so confused by him. So these vitamins, you guys know I'm big on health stuff and I'm pretty critical of a lot of it. I love these because they don't have the weird chemicals and fillers.
Doesn't even taste like chemicals.
So you get them you can set up auto ship. They come to your house because you forget to get your vitamins and then a year later you're like, oh yeah, I used to take vitamins. I should get those again, and you take them for a month.
We have a whole cabinet
of like forgotten vitamins that are now expired.
Every once in a while, I would go to the cabinet before Ritual came in, and I would just open every bottle, take 3 of whatever it was. And
it's the weirdest thing.
And then pee lime green for 2 days.
Have you noticed that you aren't peeing lime green?
Oh yeah, and I've been
And
why
usually vitamins you do. So these don't have sugar, GMOs, synthetic fillers, artificial colorants, not to mention animal byproducts.
So they're not actually working your system that hard to get through filter.
It's clean. Awesome. It's vegan friendly. So what's cool about them, other than they come to your house, because you guys know I don't like going anywhere.
They taste good too, by the way.
They're clear, so you can see all the oils and little vitamin parts inside. I like that, and they have flavored them naturally.
So
he tells me, I'm so confused because like when you take vitamins and then you burp vitamin smell. Mine were peppermint oil. They were awesome. He tells me his are lemon. For 3 days, he says, oh, it's lemon. They're really good lemon. And then I was like...
She said, mine are peppermint. I go, oh, yeah, it's peppermint, not lemon.
His peppermint
it just turned it into...
I'm an older man. My taste buds are failing. But my space laser works.
Oh my gosh. It will never quit.
I don't need anything to help my space laser.
Lemon in the eyes.
Rachel, can you ask him not to talk about his space laser during the ad? Ritual formulated with key nutrients, including D3, which you have to have. The studies have shown that, and I learned this with Mom, that people with cancer have a D deficiency. So it fills in gaps in your diet if you're not getting everything. And you're right, I'm no longer taking one thing here. It has everything. I'm anemic. It has iron in it. It has everything.
But also, since we've got these, okay, so you went through that health thing for 3 weeks where you were getting worse and worse and worse. And she was just waking, you were just feeling crappy all the time. You started taking these, 6 days ago we started working on this. And you've been waking up better. Your allergies are still present, but you're waking up and more energetic and better.
Except
for yesterday, which you woke up and complained about. Yeah, you didn't get any sleep.
That's because I didn't sleep.
That's true.
That's because I'm having family crises again. These are delayed release. It really is. So they're designed to dissolve later in less sensitive areas of your stomach, which is important for me because I have chronic gastritis. So you can take them with or without food. I love this product. So far, awesome. You can get men, women, or teens and age groups too. I accidentally got him the 18 plus, because that's what mine was. but there is a 55 plus or 50
quick
plus.
to reload.
So you read it carefully. He's Randy now because of that. They come to your door every month.
She got me the 18. Was 18 plus, right?
Yeah. Free shipping always.
But I'm also really uncomfortable talking to her now.
Right.
Hey, so what are you doing?
You're really awkward. Yeah.
It's altered everything.
So, hey.
My confidence is totally good.
You can start, snooze, or cancel your subscription anytime. And if you don't love it within the first month, they'll refund the whole order. So they stand by the product. You deserve to know it's in your multivitamin. That's why Ritual is offering listeners 10% off for your whole first 3 months. Just visit ritual.com/Titus to start your Ritual today. That's Ritual, RITUAL.
And it's kind of a really good time to be making sure your body has nutrients to fight whatever's coming at you.
Yeah.
Especially the way they're doing. That's another thing too. I guess we should talk about COVID for a minute.
Do we have to?
We don't have to.
If you're not, especially during this pandemic, you should be taking good quality vitamins. And this vitamin, everything that they're telling us we need to take, like zinc and stuff, I checked. I was like, okay, what about? It's got everything that Dr. Fauci said that we should be taking right now.
That's another thing too. It was really cool to see Fauci come out this last week since Biden took over and be somewhat. Fauci comes on TV now like he just took off his bra after a long day. he's like How do
you know?
Because I've watched you do it. Where at the end of that, she's just smoking hot, and then she's like, "Oh God." Yeah. So I've seen that.
Everything crumbles and falls.
No, it doesn't. That's why if you have implants, nothing falls or crumbles. But that band.
Fauci has implants?
Yes. It's the gripping tight when you're done. It's just like, it's just awesome.
But that's what I'm saying. So he was on TV and they were asking about being in the Trump administration, and he was like, well, by the way, we've never had a better person than Dr. Fauci. If he doesn't get a Nobel Prize, he's held it together. He's done it in a way where he's navigated
all throughout, consistent throughout.
Navigated the worst people in the world and never really shed on them. He's just a good dude. And he gets on, and so his shade is so light. But man, he was on Rachel Maddow, and they basically, they wouldn't let me on. They wouldn't let me on. They said, "Why would you go on there?" I go, "Because I like her. She's good." So, but he felt like, and he told us real. So Fauci said, "We're in trouble." He said, "This next month, especially with these new strains," he goes, "we need to be really diligent." Then he said 2 masks, and I was like, "Oh
no,
shit."
He didn't. Did you see how that came about?
No.
So it's just how disingenuous the news is, right? They don't give all the...
So he didn't say 2 masks.
They asked him, well, would 2 masks work better? And he goes, well, yeah, logically, yeah. If you double...
So at a motorcycle helmet.
And then they put the headline out, Fauci says wear 2 masks. Really, that's not how it went down. But
they just asked him a weird hypothetical, and he went,
sure,
okay.
Yeah. I mean, it would, logic would tell you.
If I lock myself in a glass box, would that keep the virus out?
You're going to die of suffocation.
Yeah, sure would. Fauci says, lock yourself in a glass box.
We're selling glass boxes now. Go to glassbox.com.
Amazon is selling glass boxes.
By the way, Jared Kushner has been nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize. I just thought I would throw Alan Dershowitz.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I don't know. When did Alan Dershowitz get on the Nobel Peace nomination?
For, I guess anyone can.
So anybody can do that?
The Abraham Accords. And
I nominate you guys.
Do you mind?
Okay.
Could you?
There it is.
What would you nominate us for?
Well, I mean, the Armageddon updates for bringing peace and prosperity to America.
I don't know that they're bringing
in
peace.
in a loving way that only Titus can do.
We're bringing unity.
That's what love was shown to you to be as you were growing
Bipartisan.
up. Yes.
Nonpartisan, 100%. Uniting.
Uniting.
They're very
Unity.
uniting. Yes, they're very uniting.
So yeah, if he gets that, we can all riot.
Looking across the aisle and
So here's how bad Obama freaked Trump out. Here's how much, like, Obama has the biggest mansion still in Trump's head.
Yes.
Like, Obama's got like this monster, like it's $100 million palace in Trump's head. He gets a Nobel Peace Prize, and then it's all. So now Trump's nominating Jared.
Dershowitz.
No, Dershowitz. Okay, but Trump and Dershowitz are tight. So that's got to go. Nominated Jared Kushner, the guy, the
slumlord guy.
Yeah. C-3PO.
Yes, that withheld help for COVID, to fight COVID from states because they were Democratic.
Kept the PPP. He said no. He goes,
has anyone else noticed?
Hold on, that's our stockpile. Yeah,
Wait,
motherfucker,
no,
right there.
There's a whole new news story
What is
that Rick
going on?
Wilson was kind of teasing a little bit, but did you see that all of those vaccines disappeared? And was it money or PPP or something? And that was under Jared's purview, and they've disappeared, and it's come out that all this stuff disappeared, and people are speculating that he sold them.
No, do me a favor, check
Somewhere
that out, because
else.
I heard they found it.
What was that? I don't know the details
so
of it.
They said there was reserve vaccine. They said there was like 400,000 doses that were in reserve. And the Biden administration like, well, we need that now.
Right.
And
Hand
they
it
were
over.
like, yeah, we can't find it. What? So I thought that ended up they found it.
Mar-a-Lago, is that what it is?
Yeah, it's more like it
was
basically in all the hotel rooms now. You just get a soap and a vaccine.
Travel size.
Travel size COVID vaccine.
According to the Biden administration, this was 6 days ago, that there could be about 20 million doses missing of the vaccine since they were shipped to the states.
So they've been shipped. We can't find them. So the. I'm just So I told Ray, I said, you watch what happens in the next 6 months when they unravel what these guys did. Yeah. When it finally gets down to it, and we unravel everything that's done, we're gonna be shocked. Yeah. And we're already shocked. By the way, it's the craziest shit we've ever seen. And you know what he made normal? He made people like Marjorie Taylor Greene normal. That's the weird. That's the saddest part. Is that
that's not fringe anymore.
There's no decorum. There used to be a level that we had to kind of all rise to. That's what the Armageddon update was kind of about. That's what cancel culture. No, you're an asshole. There's no cancel culture. You're an asshole, and that's how it's going to be. And if you're mad that we're calling you an asshole, it's because you're an asshole.
Your hair looks good.
You did. By the way, who cut my hair?
I just keep looking at it like, do I see any problems? I maybe a little like snip.
I like that you're not listening to me.
There. I'm not.
By the way, we're married, so
I've been staring at his hair the whole time.
Shaped well.
I did a good job.
We now have this level of zero decorum right now. You can do anything. I didn't want to date my daughter. You Jewish space lasers. You can scream at a kid who like watched his fellow students get shot, and that's fine. Like there's no level of, what we need to bring back? Punching in the face.
I don't think that's gone.
No, it really has. It really has, because if you got punched in the face a lot more often for fucking up, you'd stop fucking up. I was in Home Depot 3 days ago getting stuff for Ray because she's trying to kill moles.
Pants? What?
I'm not trying to kill moles, number one, but we have had a discussion already that anything for the house is for me. He calls me, he's like, I got you a lot of things. One of my big things was a pole saw so that I could saw branches off of trees 16 feet away. Mole
That's
repellent, not killer, although he did buy a gas can that I'm not even ready to discuss.
And you put the dirt on it and just
fire the hole.
It's boxcars for moles,
it's
and we're not doing that.
I am the Viet Cong for moles right now.
Not doing it.
So I got pulled out.
Grass seed I also got for me. Isn't that nice? In the house that we live in.
I'll do the grass seed. I don't care. You asked me for it.
What else you get me? Dimmer switches. That was it
You
was a
asked me
big
for-
day.
I have to put those in.
It was a big day for
Light
Ray
bulbs?
from the Home Depot.
So romantic.
It's Christmas, but it's not.
It's almost
Christmas.
Valentine's Day, actually. So you could.
You make it sound like I did something wrong, but you asked me.
No, I love it.
Can you get me more grass seed? Okay.
Right.
I got you the grass seed you wanted. Oh, you got me grass seed. I was, I don't
No, you called me and said I got you some nice things, and I was like, for me?
From the Home Depot. From where? The Home Depot. But the Louboutin section of Home Depot.
Oh no!
It's a Louboutin hole saw. So I'm in Home Depot, and for the first time, everybody was wearing masks. Now I have become
Most everybody.
Woman is in the aisle, mask down on her chin,
Oh,
on the
that.
phone, and I just go talking loudly.
Two wrongs.
And I said, "Lady, put on your mask, please."
Lady.
Please, lady, would you put on your mask? Thank you. I did it just but so I didn't get punched in the face. I did it like Jerry Lady. Lady, would you mind with the mask, please? And she looked at me so evil, like she was so mad for a second. And I said, please, just please. And she finally did it. But
There was a guy in
just don't
Northern
understand it.
California that was in TJ Maxx, and he was the only one. There's signs everywhere that say you have to, and he was one of those kind of redneck Bubba looking guys, chest out, like, and you can tell
Full
when
beard.
someone's daring you to say anything to them,
Yep.
and that's what I'm tired of,
Yep.
right? Like, I just want you to follow the signs that are posted everywhere. It's not me, but if I say anything to you, I can tell that this is going to be people filming on their phones and putting it on Twitter.
But I
and-
also get that there's certain laws or signs. As a sign is a bullshit sign. I've done that before. This is killing people.
Stop. The
Yeah, by the
signs
way,
of
wait.
stop are the signs that you think are bullshit.
Stop. Yeah, and then speed limits.
Those two you think
what?
so dumb.
I can go way faster than that. This is not right.
And you do. You got pulled over on the way to the Capitol.
So, but I'm
Approximation.
just saying this is that like it's not even that like where how dark is your soul that we now have 450,000 people dead and you're such a pussy you can't just put a piece of fabric over your face to not just help you but to help us.
That's the part that bothers
or
me
to
too.
protect. You know,
The woman who's got to go work she's got to go work in fucking TJ
to protect
Maxx.
my 87-year-old
There you go.
grandma
To
or
Grandma Jean. Like what kind
my
of
cousin's wife that has cancer. I mean, my dad always says, what does it take? It takes a second to put on a mask. And if that might protect someone else, that's why I do it. And my dad's, he's my dad.
And just so you people know, we're not kidding. So, Larry Wilmore,
Yeah.
Larry Wilmore.
His brother.
Larry Wilmore, great writer, very funny comedian.
Yeah.
His brother, I think is Andrew or Michael. Well, anyway, he was also a writer, and he worked on Bill Burr's show, F is for Family. He wrote a bunch of stuff. He died today, 57 years old.
Mark.
50
Yikes.
Mark, yeah.
Shit.
Wilmore, and he died today. And
Of COVID,
shout
from
out
COVID.
to
Yeah.
Larry Wilmore, and sorry, bro. I mean, really sorry. Our hearts are with you about your brother. But how do you, like it was a kid that was a kid.
My, I think I've told this already, but my stepdad's father died, and he died in the car on the way to the hospital. And my stepdad was trying to do CPR. And he said that having been through it so many times now, unfortunately, that he was watching his organs shut down because he wasn't getting oxygen to his organs. And so the things that come along with that, he's completely traumatized right now.
And this is, by the way, this is a military colonel who's a badass, been through some shit. And this thing rattled him.
rattled him.
Rattled him bad. So people, I just don't get, like, what are you winning? Like, what are you winning? And what's always funny is, like, every time someone does some crazy shit like that, they get it the next week.
I know. I know.
And you see the report, you're like, dude,
Yeah.
like, do we need, you keep owning yourself left and right. Like you and I, it's now been, it'll be a year in March. We've followed every procedure. When people don't, we stop them. If friends come over, we actually, and we don't have it. I just don't get why.
Oh man, you just said every time someone says something, they get it the next week. Is this wood?
No.
It has wood in it.
Deniers. We're not deniers.
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
talking about the deniers. By you saw the video, Matt Gaetz. So when this first hit in March, fucking Matt Gaetz goes into Congress wearing a gas mask, thinking it's funny.
Yeah.
It's funny now, bro.
He's mocking
450,000 people are dead.
But now their new thing is that those numbers are inflated. It's like it's the pivot.
It's the opposite.
Swivel and pivot.
Most likely.
It's the opposite. Actually, there's a 28. The Yale study came out, said there was a 28% actually increase in death compared to the numbers. So,
Well, even Cuomo's under fire because they're saying he underreported nursing home deaths
he's
from
Democrat,
COVID.
so they're saying
right.
the numbers the overreported. Unless you're a Democrat, then they're underreported. That's what we've lost in this country. Here's the thing. We right now have, I'm going to get back to this because I know I got off track because that's what I do. Thank you for being here to take me off track. You're really good at doing that when I go way down a rabbit hole I don't want to go down. 1.9
Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah, she's Nobel.
There it is.
There, that's it, right there. She distracts him. I got the Nobel Peace Prize.
Look at my keys. My keys.
Hold on, let me put
got yarn on a string. Podcast. So he's got, Biden wants $1.9 trillion. Again, it'll save us $4 trillion. That's what all the projections are saying. And these guys are saying that, no, we want it to be 600. And the reason they're not doing it, so just so you guys know, the money's not going to Democrats only and the Republicans don't get the money. It goes to everybody who's in deep shit. Yep. All these guys who are hardcore Republicans that lay tile, that are roofers, that aren't Wall Street bankers, the base, the people we saw walking again. You guys are getting money.
Yep.
Guess who's stopping it? The Republicans. Do you know why? It's not because they know you don't need it. They think you don't need it. It's because if Biden gets this money, you guys get a better life, you may consider voting Democrat. You may consider letting those guys never have another shot for 50 years. And that's why they're doing it. It's so craven and dark when the reality is people just need help. And again, this isn't free money. You guys fucked us. In March, you guys said we had this pandemic. We shut everything down for 3 weeks. Then Easter, we're going to open up again. Now there's 450,000 people dead. How many businesses are closed? How many people have lost their breadwinner because they died? And people need to get through this. Except for our little dog who's snoring.
I was going to put the mic up to him. Groucho, he's not quite 5 pounds, and this snore is so loud.
And people just need to actually get some sort of help and relief and get through this. None of us want to not work. None of us. Not a single one of us.
It's our money. It's our tax money.
Stop snoring.
He's on to us.
Oh, right there.
That was like a trick. But we just need to fix it.
You got too calm. I think he was like, something's wrong. Dad's calm.
I was trying to, I get it. No, he's not doing it.
What they don't know is that there's a little dog bed right here.
This is our
and just
lives.
right below this table are puppies. And
As much as you guys think I'm a mean guy or angry guy, there's a tiny puppies always within arm reach in my life.
that's true.
And it's true.
That you have songs for. That you
don't ruin everything.
I will say that we were at Tony Horton's doing those videos, and they have 3 dogs, but he's super duper in love with Charlie. Like he's head over heels with this dog. And he, without realizing it, started singing his songs for Charlie. And I realized that, it's a thing that you share.
I have to come home. Both dogs meet me at the door, and they're barking like crazy. And if I don't sing a new song, they get weirded out.
Right.
So I'm like, puppies are here today, puppies. And they're like, oh. And then this one's nuts. Groucho gets nuts about it. Chaplin's used to it. Groucho's still like, it's great.
See what I mean? He's not who he seems to be on Twitter. That's what I'm saying. My sister actually told me the other day, she goes, I said something about you on Twitter, and she goes, I tried to follow him because I really love him. And she said, and then I was so upset that night. And she goes, it wasn't even Trump stuff. It was the way he was talking to someone.
Did you tell her I stopped?
And she said, I was so upset that night I couldn't sleep. And so I unfollowed him.
So if you don't want to sleep, I had gotten down this Trump rabbit hole where people would jump on me, and I started talking like they talk. I started motherfucker, and I stopped. I've stopped.
It has.
I'm still harsh. but I don't swear anymore.
You're more clever now.
Yes,
And
well, because I was losing that. I'm
there's
like,
some
I'm a
silly
comedian.
stuff, yeah.
I should be better than this.
I love when you're silly. I'm not into your whole like "Rah" thing that you do. I like when you're
Do another impression. Do it again. Show me what I do. Show it to me.
are you gonna tell you?
Oh my God! At the cabin. All right. I was such a baby. So at least here's the good thing about me. At least I know when I'm being a douche.
He does.
So
After.
so we go to the cabin to go snowboarding. That's why we weren't here last week. We go snowboarding, and we have a storm like we haven't had.
Blizzard.
A blizzard. It was a full-on blizzard. Snowed one night. I came out. I have a picture of my car. We'll put it up. I have a picture of my car. It's right here, right now, where the entire car is a bubble. My truck. My truck, not my car.
Wow, the truck.
The truck. Is
Just
covered.
the antenna sticking out.
Covered.
Nothing.
Not even.
Wow.
No, nothing. When I turned the lights on, you could just barely see a glow. It was 4 feet of snow on the roof, and the
Holy
entire
shit.
thing was a bubble.
And PG&E,
Took me
because
2 hours to do
they're
that.
awesome, turn the power off because, they are bankrupt and they got sued for letting a lot
Burning
of
down
people.
California.
Yeah.
They're
So-
claiming it was space lasers.
It was Jewish space lasers. And so we didn't have power. And there was one night it was 5. And it was really not
We had a generator.
the best. Well, no, the first morning we woke up, the power was out and the generator broke. And
The pull start on the
yeah,
generator. So
and-
we had to go.
Oh my God. And something stupid like that.
Yeah, like, I'm like, Ma!
It was awful. It was not a vacation.
No.
It was awful. We finally came home a week out later, defeated, still no power. I cooked dinner in the fireplace twice.
It was awesome.
It was
Hot
good.
dogs and marshmallows?
No, but that would
Oh,
have been
that
smart.
would've been
I didn't
it.
even
She
think
made-
of that.
No, she made it was like she put vegetables and potatoes and carrots.
Oh, you did
she
it up.
made a meat thing and then put it in there. And
It was good.
it's really good.
My
Cowboy.
brother was
By the way,
in-
if you cook in the fire, you have to add the word cowboy in front of it. So
Was it Ranger Rick's? Was that what it was called? Or was that the magazine? My brother was in something Rangers when he was little and when we were growing up. And so he learned that. And so I used that knowledge from like 7th grade or something like that.
So we are getting ready to load the car up, right?
Yes.
And
But you have to snowmobile into our house. And so we have to load the sled behind the snowmobiles to take our stuff.
And the sled broke down.
No, but there's 4 feet of powder, and it was this weird heavy powder, so it was hard to get through. I had spent the day before making a path from the road to the house, so because it's I'm gonna make sure she's okay. And everything I did, loading the car, loading the sleds to take to the car, everything I did, either I got buried in the snow, couldn't get out of the snow, and this went on for 20 minutes. I took the garbage out to the garbage thing, which you have to take on a snowmobile, and that went bad. I spilled it, and I came back, and we were loading the car, and I fell in the snow up to my chest. I stepped off the path that I'd beaten down,
Yeah.
and I went shimmick, and now the snow's up to here,
Shit.
and I was like, fuck!
Oh my
It all
God.
just came out like from the lower depths of my soul. And I walked to the front door, and there's a front door, and then behind us is where we keep the wood for the fireplace, and it's got a door. And I just started back kicking the door as hard as I could, and she
Holy
was just
shit.
standing at the road looking at me like, "Wow, here we go again."
He did donkey kicks.
I did back.
That's why, and I was just standing at the road and he was furious and he was so mad. So instead of just forward kicking and not looking like it made anatomical sense, he leaned all the way over
Back kick.
and donkey kicked repeatedly.
It's not called a don't call it a donkey. Bruce Lee would be so mad right now.
It was
So-
it looked like that's why you don't walk behind donkeys and horses because they
Donkey
do
kick
that
would be
thing.
if I went on my hands and I kicked both legs at the same time.
No,
That's a
they
donkey
kick.
kick.
No,
Yes, they
horses
do. They jump
will
up.
kick you.
They do one. They're like, "Wah!"
They know. Yeah.
Okay, in his mind, he looked like Bruce Lee, and what it looked like on the outside
So then we drive home. I'm in
was
bed.
an angry donkey.
I drive home. We get home, and I just turned around and I go, I'm a child. I
went, yeah.
I said, I'm a child. I said, I got mad and I'm a child.
The
and I
funniest thing
apologize.
that I think men that sometimes have angry outbursts don't realize is what it really looks like
Oh,
on
it's
the
stupid.
outside,
No,
and
I
it
do- I
does
do
look
now.
like a little boy
Tantrum. Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's sometimes just really stunning to watch.
Yeah.
Really, that was one of your better ones.
If you don't hear the sound, it's just like bees are attacking you. Just
One day he got really angry and
Oh, God, here we go.
punched his steering wheel, and then the horn wouldn't work. So for a while,
Was it stuck on?
But
No.
but he needs to honk at people all day,
I don't
right?
need it. I don't
and
need
he
it.
had no horn anymore.
By the way, I don't need to honk at people. They need to be honking. Assholes.
There's a clear distinction
Exactly.
between the motivation here.
Needing means I just randomly honk at people.
Yeah.
No, I don't need it. These assholes need
No,
to be
they need
honked.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they need me to honk.
He's doing our community a service.
Yes, thank you. I am like
One driver
I'm
at a
almost
time.
like a crossing guard, except for dipshits.
A couple things. I would just ask everybody to pray for Grandma Jean. She's having a bad situation. So this is the beginning of that journey. And so asking everybody to pray for her. And my sister has gone ahead of me to be there. And we were waiting to find out about surgery and treatments and stuff on Wednesday, and then I'll go.
This is crazy.
And my sister's boyfriend went with her to be there for her, and yesterday started having chest pain and pressure. And thank God.
He's only a couple years older than me, too.
Yeah. He called his doctor buddy who hooked him up with a leading cardiologist, and the cardiologist heard it and said, you need to call 911 right now. And so he called an ambulance from the hotel. An ambulance took him. So he's in a hospital.
They gave him nitro. They checked him in the ambulance. They gave him nitro. They were like, dude.
Wow.
So this is a dude story. This is such a dude story. So her boyfriend's a good dude. He's we don't agree politically, but he's a great guy.
Yeah.
But he goes, my chest was hurting. He goes, I'd massage it, it would go away. Massage it would go away. So he's having a little trouble breathing, but he massaged
He
it.
told Shay
he goes,
that it
yeah,
was
it's a cramp.
it's
muscular.
muscular. He was massaging a heart attack away. He was so they called me when he calls his doctor. His doctor's like,
We're so
and doctors-
DIY
and
about
doctors-
everything.
Yeah.
And doctors never do that. They never go, call an ambulance
Yeah.
right now. They always go, well, come in on Tuesday.
Yeah.
He's like, call an ambulance right now.
No, I'm going to massage it again.
They put a stint in.
Holy shit.
So today, he
not even
just
in his
had
hometown.
surgery. No, he's half a mile from Grandma Jean's house in the hospital.
Laughing, but
Holy
It's
shit.
the craziest. And my sister texted me a little while ago and just said, Mama needs a drink. Like, it's a lot. There's a lot going on. But
you know, man, we are in this time, and you people that are listening, please, look, I want to get back to just talking about goofy shit too, but we are in such a bizarre time. I mean, countrywide, worldwide, Myanmar, all of this, Russia, we are in a global like trauma.
It's weird. I told you, everywhere I look, everyone I know, I just got a really surprising text just now. It's everywhere I look. People are having like real stuff, like crazy stuff.
Yep.
Like Mahogany's brother just out of the blue starts having a cranial leak, and he's lost 35
God.
pounds. He
And
was
just
ripped.
so you know, this guy's ripped. This guy's in the
Phil.
best shape of any human being I know.
And it's brutally painful. He's had like 3 different procedures. They don't know what's causing it. They can't stop it. They accidentally cut a vein in the last. It's just like and he's in so much pain. Like he can't get out of bed. He can't do anything. They've got kids. It's just like, it's weird.
All this PTSD we have.
Weird stuff going on.
We are all going through it, and so by the way, out there, so we're working on Carrying Monsters to release it. So you people that didn't get to see it when we did it live, it actually came out quite well. We're editing it. There's a scene in it where wait one more day. We are all getting to this place where it seems like there's no end to this. It's been almost a year. March will be a year, and hold on, man, because I know a lot of people are having things happen where they feel like, why am I doing this? This is so hard. I'm going to lose my house. We'll get through it. Do me a favor, just hang one more day. If you're feeling like you want to hurt yourself, take your own life. I've had it in my family, and I don't want anyone else to do it, because we'll get through this, promise. And we'll keep talking every week about stuff.
The other thing about that is, I think that when people get to that point, you feel so isolated.
Yep.
You feel so alone. And one thing that has really helped me through any of this, like with mom or grandma or any of this, we've been unemployed for almost a year, is that everyone else is going through this. Everyone else is dealing with job stuff and money stuff and health stuff
and alone stuff.
Yeah, and so we really truly are all in this together, you know, and you're not alone. There are millions and millions and millions and millions of people that are feeling the same way.
You can go to ChristopherTitus.com, hit the contact page if you want, if and just contact us. I'll answer you back.
We saw your first special where you were not allowed to do suicide hotline work anymore, so we haven't had any complaints.
It's one of my favorite jokes.
Exactly.
When I wrote that joke, that was my favorite joke.
Yeah, no.
We haven't had any complaints. Exactly. And then you hear people just get rolling laughter. They slowly get it like, no.
As they click in,
Can you believe I got fired from the suicide prevention hotline?
I'm going to try this with you assholes again. We did it for Christmas. I'm going to give you guys, because Valentine's Day is coming up, and you may want to give the person that you love more than anything something cool for Valentine's Day.
Which would be?
I'm afraid that you guys are going to make these sexual again, but... Okay.
Home Depot gift card.
Valentine's Day 2021 gift ideas.
No. And now, from sea to shining sea, continent to continent, sometimes space, gift ideas from Bombshell Ray.
Do you guys remember what you did to my Christmas gift story?
I remember there was some weird ones.
This Christmas?
Yes.
Wait.
Wasn't it? Was it Christmas?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, there was some weird ones.
Yeah, it was early December, and you assholes ruined it. It was, you're both dirty.
Oh, yes. I do remember. Yes. I didn't ruin it.
The first choice is meat hearts. Candy hearts.
Brother-in-law?
Candy hearts.
You just massage it.
You're
all
exactly.
good.
Yeah, let's send those to him.
I think I got the case of the meat heart.
Hey, you got a stint now. You can have more meat hearts than you would before. Before you had to have vegetable hearts, but now you got that stint. Boom, blew that artery right up. Boom, we can stuff 3, 4, 5 meat hearts. Boom.
You can actually go. There's a company called Manly Man Company, and they make meat hearts.
Wow, you think they have some problems with daddy issues right there?
No,
manly man.
Instead of the sugar hearts for someone that's maybe keto or whatever, they're actually made of beef.
Whoa. Was this made out of, what is this, gummy bear? What am I, a
What do you think I am?
What am I, a fucking, give me a meat heart.
You can get one that says beef mine.
Doesn't having any food in the shape of a heart kind of take you down a little bit? You can't manly it up. Listen, I'm the toughest guy I fucking know.
You don't give me a flower-shaped piece of steak.
Exactly. Could I get a pizza in the shape of a vagina, something like that? Because I want to be as tough as I am. Does Manly Man do that?
Don't give me the Hello Kitty sausages over here, okay?
Hug me chicken.
Oh my God.
The second.
Hey, I'd like you to hug me, chicken. Yeah. I've been choking it. It needs a hug. What if you're gonna say hug my chicken? Where am I going with that?
You need 2 arms to hug my chicken.
It's hug me chicken.
Hug me, like to hug me chicken, wouldn't you?
It's a giant black one that.
Oh my God.
No, it really is.
Hey. All right, you like to hug me chicken. It's giant black.
It's because. All right, we're gonna skip that one.
She found one. She's like, I'm not even gonna go into this one.
There is a thing called. Oh no.
What is it? Worse than meat hearts?
Oh.
You have to. You can't do it.
No, some of these really are.
Meat
I didn't
vagina?
read all of these.
Did you go to the Adam and Eve website?
No, it's Huffington Post. This one's called a drip stick, but you guys can look it up because that really, you guys don't have to do anything.
Listen, if you hug me chicken more than that, we're gonna need a drip stick.
It is. It's a way to clean up. I don't.
Oh no, drip. They called it drip stick. Could they make it sound worse?
Jeez.
This Manly Man Company is really
Is
pushing
this all
it.
from the same company?
No, but the
okay.
next one is a penis bong. So who uses bongs anymore?
How do we go from Manly Man
called
meat
dong.
hearts to a bong that you put your lips on the shape of a penis?
That leaks with your meat.
I'm glad we didn't. We don't want to ruin your Valentine's gift list. We can't even do jokes for that yet.
I'm gonna skip.
Everything she's scrolling past, by the way, is red lace on a half-naked woman. Look at the look on her face. There's dildos. What are you doing? What site did you go on?
It's Huffington Post.
What is that?
That's called a bend shape mask. So
Like a
if you want to keep your Valentine safe but still see their facial expressions, it's a clear mask so that you can...
Wait, what?
That's very attractive. Yeah, I want to see this.
You're like a serial killer right there.
Say, doesn't it?
Or like
if you want to see what Hannibal Lecter looks like under his mask and still look like Hannibal Lecter, get these masks.
Looks a little like SeaWorld.
Okay, let's move on.
That's way why you delved into a bit you thought was going to be great and you're like,
No,
holy
I thought
hell.
it was going to be...
It's a
So
nightmare.
the Christmas gifts were Huffington Post, and they weren't dirty. You guys made them dirty. This isn't dirty. This is a pickle bouquet you could get.
All right, well, it's not dirty. I disagree.
Insert joke here.
Insert joke here. In the shape of a pickle.
I like pickles,
Dripping
and it's
pickle.
a whole bouquet made of pickles. I don't see the problem with that. Oh, this is for your Aunt
By the way,
Kathy.
girls hate it when you send them pickle pics.
You, your Aunt Kathy would love this. It's a Franzia box wine backpack. It is
have a tube?
actually designed that has a spout and it's got the Franzia logo. That's pretty cool. I mean, I wouldn't drink Franzia, but your Aunt Kathy hikes and she would sure as hell use that.
Okay, so there's a lot of stuff wrong with this picture. First of all, it's a white girl taking wine off, and the black guy who's carrying the wine, she's just taking it. Follow me, boy. That's really, they didn't think that ad through. It doesn't really look good. Maybe I'm too woke when it comes to box wine, but
He was wearing a red hat, so maybe
maybe
they're into
they're trying
the
to balance.
plantation-y
He was
thing.
wearing a red hat. Oh God,
He was just out jogging. He's just
what was this one?
You guys don't go to Huffington Post and look up Valentine's
What's this
ideas.
one? Oh,
No,
you're
I'm just skipping
you have
past
to give us
it.
the, oh my gosh, we'll go through it. We're staying.
It's called the auto blow, and we could move on.
This
from
isn't the
that.
Huffington Post. This is the
Yes,
what
it
is this?
is.
The
It's-
Blumpkin Post.
It's
the auto blow.
It's like a fleshlight, but it's a blow. Auto.
AutoZone. What is
By the way, is it like, are these just gifts like impulse buys?
I don't know. I'm confused. I thought this, and then they
And
go.
by the way, this just goes
Look,
to the-
but here's the thing. This is why I was confused because when I flipped through it, I just figured you guys could do something with it. You go from auto blow to a UV sterilizer for your phone. Like I'm confused.
Well, that's from all the auto blowing that's
That's
happening.
kind of what they
have
said
to-
I need to
about
clean
it.
my phone.
Just
Trust me. Don't ask why. I need to clean my
Then
phone.
I'm drunk with the
puppy love-
backpack.
I'm hammered from the front.
Then a puppy love dog costume. Like how is this? How did these all
This
go
is a party.
together?
Why would Huffington Post put like some weird porn stuff in? That's bizarre. Auto blow.
I don't know.
And
dick
how
print
bad-
underwear.
Wait, how bad is your relationship that you instead of just having sex? I got you this. Why? Because I want to sleep tonight. Happy Valentine's Day.
No, it's
asshole.
because we're socially distanced.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Ken's like, yeah,
it's
that's
all this-
why.
Ken's like, it's one of those.
He answered really quickly because we're
'Cause that's
socially
where my head
distanced.
is.
Yeah. Oh,
Social
whoa.
distance. Sorry, I'm social distanced. So you're on a bus.
Never mind. But you can go watch a video of octopuses punching fish, and they do it for no apparent reason, and that's kind of fun. So
Just bully octopuses.
yeah,
Just bully
it's
them.
really super weird.
It's like Cobra Kai octopuses.
That's amazing.
Researchers have
No
said that
mercy.
there's no rhyme or reason. There's no excuse that they will just come up and randomly box fish, and they don't know why. They're trying to figure that out. But you can go watch the
That's a
video.
lot of bullying. With
Let's
the,
use
It's just Trump
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
supporters.
let's use the
It's an insurrection.
octopus punch fish video as a palate cleanser
Yes.
for
for what we've
the
just gone through.
Autobo. Sorry about that.
Bill Clinton had one of those.
What? No, she was actually just an intern. What? She was.
I apologize to Monica for that. That was a horrible reference.
She's
never gonna get it. I feel bad that like she's probably I've seen her on
very funny
interviews.
on Twitter, yeah.
She's funny. She's a nice person, and for the rest of your life, I think Chris Rock say it? Imagine how famous you have to be. That you're so famous that the person who blew you is famous for that.
right.
Like
Yes.
that's how famous you are. I feel bad. I really feel bad for her. I apologize for the joke, for the reference.
Okay.
There are worse things to be famous for, though.
True.
Okay, so she's not in league
like
with
Hitler.
Okay.
All right.
There you go.
Sure.
She blew Hitler?
I like
Mitch McConnell.
I like that we just came up with Hitler as worse.
That's
So
where
you're
we
not
went.
that bad. You're fine.
There's Hitler.
People will forget.
Yeah, you're not
the
Hitler.
next
Oh my God. She
100 years.
I feel bad. She's gonna have to. She has to live with it for the rest of her life. What would be something that you did in your life that you would just hate that you'd be known for the rest of your life? Because she was just, he was a very powerful man.
Something that I truly did in my life.
Yeah.
And you think I'm going to tell you that on this podcast?
I'm trying to think what. It's funny, man. I do write jokes about anything I've done like that. I've written a bit about.
What have you done?
In the band when you were rocking and rolling with the Wilburys.
I played tennis with the crowd because that's not really bad.
That's
What?
really not bad.
That's weird.
That was
Unless
unless that's like a euphemism,
No,
like from Huffington Post.
Oh, I know. You married a lesbian.
boom,
You played crowd tennis.
boom.
What?
That's the only thing I
I don't
remember
think
from the
that
band.
counts.
What?
Marrying, because how is that bad?
It's not bad.
I mean,
I'm
it
just
But to be remembered
It
for.
was bad for him, I
Well,
guess.
by the way, blowjobs aren't bad. She's just going to be remembered for it forever. That's what I'm saying. Is that like it's, you know what I mean? He wasn't fighting her off, is what I'm saying, but she's the one who's taking the heat.
We remember her fondly.
Yeah, there.
So, okay.
That's where I go. Exactly.
Okay,
That's what I'm saying.
all right.
The dog.
I'm not saying anything.
And by the way, the
else.
dog just yawned, so that means we're going to wrap up this podcast.
All right.
You had more gifts? Did you have more gifts?
No, I am done. I'm abandoning that segment, and we shall not speak.
So
of
I
it
have a
ever
question.
Again.
So I was talking to. So I have.
Oh,
I
good
have
catch.
Videos, nice catch. I have video from me from 1987 on stage, full shows. I have a bunch of discs. And would you guys? We're going to release Carrying Monsters. Would you want to put as a bonus? Want to see me when I was a youngster and looked like I was 12 doing herkies and high-fiving people on stage. You've seen the video.
It's very funny.
We also need to, if we're going to do it, I want to put Robin Williams because I'm ripping off Robin Williams, not in my jokes, but my performance.
Side by side.
Dude, I was watching, I was ready, and I was like, oh no.
Let's just put Robin Williams with your voice.
So if you guys want to see that in the bonus, we're going to be releasing Carrying Monsters coming up. We didn't get to it when I wanted to on January 15th, so it didn't get done. Hopefully by Valentine's Day, we'll release it. Your special, we're going
Do you
to
know that's only 2 weeks away?
Yeah, we don't have much to do on it.
Okay. Ken's
We
like,
just got opening and ending. Yeah, no, it's fine. Your special. What do you want to do with your special? When do you want to release it?
I don't know.
We've already had a meeting.
Rachel,
the
Alpha
final
Chick,
graphics on it.
Alpha Chick.
Yeah, it's so good. So we're gonna on March 1st we're releasing Ray's special.
Oh, I didn't say March 1st.
I
Do you
did.
see how he does it? I know, but you don't get to decide. See how that works?
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
I do.
Been made official.
It's not official because he says. He thinks it is.
Welcome to my life. That's how everything goes in my life. It ain't official because he says. Guys, thanks for listening to the Titus Podcast. Go to ChristopherTitus.com if you want to get any DVDs. You can go to Christopher Titus TV to get all the content we're putting out. We put out a couple of videos, one of a slam poetry night, and we also did George and Gracie. Go check it out. You did a great job on that, by the way.
Thank you.
We are going to be working on a new show. We'll give you updates on that. Again, Christopher Titus TV, ChristopherTitus.com. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. For myself, the lovely Bombshell Ray, Groucho, and the Hylinder. Later.
Peace out. Hip hop.
That's it. That's your shit.
I know. I want to give him.
There can be only one. It's the Titus Podcast. We're hunkered in the bunker like a pirate broadcast. We're coming at you live from the combustion stage. So just like and subscribe to the Armageddon update.
There you go.